Alright, guys, welcome back to another episode of API for the Pals. Now, what did we do last time? Last time we were trying to get this to work on trying to get filtered by work suitabilities to work. And this time I think I figured it out. So yeah, so in JMS path, right? It seems like integers are surrounded by these type of not single quotes or double quotes, but these I don't know what you call these tick quotes thing. But anyway, now that we got this figured out, right? We could finally implement this without any problem. And just to make sure that everything's working still the same, we're gonna check again on the state that everything's working. So the one that you want to use is the community version, not the other one, which I don't know why, but community version definitely is more updated, has more features than the plain looking normal version. Anyway, so let's get this back. So if we go back in here, we copy all our data, and now if we put this in here and we go back in here, we will see that we will take this query and we put it in here. And we will see that it will only give us, oh, missed the bracket, only give us, only gives us pals with the right attribute, which is minus 1 or more. So if I want to do minus 30, it'll give me only minus 30 pals. And just like that, seems like it has exactly what we want. Well, that's giving us 4 rather than 3 because I'm not using greater equals then. Using greater than equals, then we get this. And I think how I'm gonna put this in, I think what I'm gonna do for the query parameter for the get request, right? I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna have this type of syntax. So what we want to do is say work suitabilities, right? And so same thing, query symbol, and hold up, I'm getting delivery here. So let me get right back after some package that I get. All right, sorry about that. I just had to take in a package at the front door. Anyway, let's get back to it. So yeah, so what was I saying was that for work suitabilities, right? When we do a query, a get query, we want to do something like this. I think this is a little bit more intuitive than anything else. And this is how I'm thinking. Something like this type of syntax. Now this does look a little bit weird, but it does make sense, right? Work suitabilities equals what attribute you want and the number, and then we can just pop that in a regex to query to regex to parse this and then place it in here. I think that's how we're gonna do it. So first step, right, is just to get this to work. And what we want is two things. We want what attribute and operator and the number. So I guess it's more than two things. Take that back. It's more than two things. We could just pop in a string and that could work. But I think it's better if we... Yeah, I think it's better if we just give it three things in here in the argument rather than just a string, because that would be really weird. So here's how it's gonna work. We're gonna do something like we want let's see. We want the actual work suitability. So work suitability. It's just gonna be a string, and we also want the operator. It's also gonna be a string. And then we want the number, right? So level could be what we want. Yeah, I think that should be fine. What level the work stability is at and the operator. Or should I call operators? We call comparison. Comparison operator. I think that's what we want. Okay, so how is this gonna work? What we want to do is work suitabilities. Now we want to do this dot pals dot equals next path dot search, because that's what we want to search. And then we want backtick. This is what we're going to return. All right. So what we want to do here is we want to put in this query, right? And we want to change this to our work suitability. And then we want to change this. So I think we want to do something like to be our number, which is our level. And then we want to change this to be our operator, comparison operator. So now if we you go to test, and then instead of filter by name, we can do filter by work suitabilities. We can now search for work suitability. Of course, it's not going to be accurate because we are using a string rather than a set of strings that we want, which is not the correct typing that you usually want to do. But for now, we're just going to keep it like this. And we want to say mining stu greater is equal to 3. And if we now click play, TS known, like how it does this, but of course, this should give us only, yep, those with 3 or more mining. So it's working like exactly how I imagined to work. Yeah, that looks fine. So with that done, let's see what else we want. So I think what we want to do is create a typing for this so that, it doesn't, mess up like normal. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go to typing and we're gonna make a type for work stability. So what it can actually be. All right, type work suitability can be, let's see, mining. Actually, is there a better way to do this? I feel like there's like a better way to do this, but I could be wrong. So TypeScript, type literals. Never mind. So it's just the union. I guess it's just union. There's no like list version of doing this, like a simpler way of doing this. Yeah, I think it's just union. So we can just use union, and we're gonna get all our mining types. So take a look at power. Let's go for a wiki. Whatever, choose a random one. So we got kindling, mining. All right, so we can just do. Let's do this in order. So let's do this. Kindling. Watering. Planting. Actually, you might want to do something like this. Actually, I want to make this not ugly, but I don't think I can. It's gonna look pretty ugly regardless what I try to do. Whoops. All right. Planting electricity. Is that what I put in here? Hold on. Electricity, okay. And the work. Let's just do gathering. Lumbering. Mining. The medicine. Dispel medicine. Cooling. Transporting. Farming. There we go. Now we have this typing that we can import in our PAL query. So I can just import it here. And now it should be fine. Oh, I did not export it. So now if I go back in here and I just erase this, it tell me I have all these different options. And I can, if I want something like handiwork, I want to say like equal to 4, right? It will tell me all the stuff that I want. In theory, undefined. That's not good. That's not one. Handiwork. Is there not handiwork 4? Or am I? No, there should be an handiwork 4. There's Anubis. So I don't know why it's returning undefined. It's a bit of a problem here. Let's go back to mining and see if it does anything different. But for some reason that's working, but handiwork is not. Yeah, something's wrong with handiwork. Let's take a look at Jameis path to see what's going on here. Nothing. But kindling. So that's working. I wonder why handiwork is not working. Let's look for Anubis. Oh shoot. Our data is somehow wrong. Oh no, I put handwork instead of handiwork. So that's our actual problem. Handwork. What the heck? Is that a typo? Okay, I need to fix that somehow. So let me go back to my stuff. Because that should not be what it's doing right now. Looks like our data is slightly wrong, and we need a just a little fix here. Whoops. Let's go back to my editor and fix that somehow. So currently we want something like this. Yeah, we're calling it handwork, which is completely wrong. And we want to fix that. So here's what we're going to do. So we want pretty much the same thing. Want to copy and paste this in here. And we want to change all handwork to handiwork. If it exists, right? So here's what we're gonna do. Let me get rid of. Let's get this correct. This correct. And we don't want this anymore. So with pals open, get our pal dig, get that sorted for ID pal blah blah blah. We don't need this anymore. Actually, we do. But instead, no, we don't want this anymore. They will want for pal and pals dig, right? No, it should be. It's no longer pals dig. Actually, it should be a pals list. So we're gonna call this pals. We don't need to sort this either. It's not gonna be that. It's gonna be a list. Or from typing import list. Now do for pal and pals. Why are you doing this? Be declared pal without usage. Where did I read? What? What are you talking about? Where is that happening? Oh, okay, never mind. I'm stupid. There we go. For pal and pals, you want to say if pal, if handwork and pal, I want to say pal handiwork is equal to pal handwork. Then we also want to remove pal dot remove pop handwork. I think that's how it works. And we're just gonna print the result. And I don't think this changes anything. So we might want to. I don't think this. I think this is like not in place, right? I don't think this is in place, but we're gonna see anyway. Oh shoot! We wanna go back here. We don't even want to do this just yet. Put this back in here. Just want to print. Probably want PP print. And okay, now it's saying here. Oh, we're talking about work suitability, so I did that wrong. My bad, my bad. Oh, that should be in here. Now, I don't think that fixed it because I don't think this is in place. Under this. I'm not sure this is in place, to be honest. Okay, it did fix it. So we can dump this into our file. And now it should be fixed. Just to make sure it is fixed. It looks like it's fixed, actually. Yeah, it's fixed. Okay, so because it's fixed now, we can go back and do this, and boom. So now if I do this and I run, say 4, should give me the correct result. Yeah, look at that. Okay. That's cool. But now we need to actually put this in our get query. So how do we do that? We to get this in here, and then we want to parse all that stuff. But I don't know if I want to do that in here, though. I feel like parsing logic should go somewhere else, because all that and dumping in here is kind of weird. But it's whatever. So let's do this. Let pal Oh, one more thing I just realized. We can pass in, we should be able to pass in a list of that because, you know, you want to be able to query multiple work suitabilities, not just one. So in a way, this is not going to work 100%. And we want to pass in more than just this, right? We want a list of this. So that's going to be a little bit more challenging, I would say. So here's what I'm going to do. Instead of this, right, I want to pass in a list. And list of, so we want word queries. I don't know how I want to name this though. I guess let's just put queries. Query, and then we'll call this to be a list. Right, it must be a list of a dictionary. Where we have this. And before where for just queries. How about that? For query and queries. I don't know why it's saying string, because it's never going to be string. I don't think. Whatever. For I and queries, let's do that. Const equals queries I. Put that in here. And then you want to put reversibility, comparison operator, and level. Just like that. And now, right, instead of doing this, we want to put in this. Though that does look pretty awkward, to be honest. But we don't have really any choice. Do we want this to be a dictionary, or because that's gonna look super pitifully ugly, right? We could, instead of using a dictionary, we could use like a set. A set. Now let's just keep it like this. Like that. You see that? Yeah. And really we want to do not this, but this. There we go. Not the best looking, but it works, you know? It works. Anyway, but we do want this. Okay, let's just run this first before we try anything else. Cool, it works. Okay, so now what we want is to parse a that looks like whatever I put in here. It looks like this, right? Want to parse this, and to do that, we're gonna have to Google regex or regular expression in JavaScript or TypeScript. New regex expansion. And you want to do, how do you use this? All right. My bad, my bad. So I got a call and I had to pick up my call. And anyway, don't worry about it. I'm back. But yeah, we're trying to get regex to work on here, and it looks like to get regular expression to work on here, we want to comment this out first. And let's check. So we can make a new regular expression like this, right? Or no, I'm gonna do this new regular expression, and then your pattern, and maybe now how do you actually use this, right? New regular expression, regulation, not test. And then you get a map. Why is it called just that? What is the exact test? Array of matches. Cool. Oh, that just says true or false. But if you actually want the value, you want to use exec. Okay, okay. And it gives you those matches. I don't know what. Yeah, okay. But how do we get grouping? Well, we're gonna find that out. So first, let's actually create a regular expression. I like to use a tool called Regular Expression 101. It's probably the most used one for this type of stuff. And let's just put in a prompt, right? Mining and the greater equal to, I don't know, 4. I don't think it's ever going to be greater than that kind of number, but yeah, we should be good. And what we want to do here is want to match some sort of string, right? And it's going to be a string within mining. Well, let's not do that yet. Let's just use generic strings instead of trying to type out all the possibilities. We could, but I'm not going to do that. And what we want is any letters, right? So we could use w/w, but we don't want numbers. So AZ. And in fact, it just has to be lowercase because that's how we're doing this right now. And then what we want is, once first we want to put a plus sign because we have to have exactly at least one thing in here. And then what we want is this, right? Yeah. And we want all that to be a plus. And then we want a number. That should be a plus too. And now it should match. We also do want parentheses. So we can capture the groups. And there we go. That was not hard at all. Though we do want to make it more precise. Because right now it's just going to capture complete garbage. Which we don't really want. So instead of doing something like this, right? what we might actually want is mining, and then some blah blah blah, some other text like kindling, and then put a plus in here. So that way, if I put kindling here, will also match. Only problem is going to be the grouping is going to look really, really weird. Because look at this. Group 1 and 2 are now both kindling. I don't really like that, but I mean, there's not much we can do here. But we are going to stay. We want another type, which could be. Let's just get out all the types that we want. Which we should have in here. Typing, and we're just gonna copy this real quick. Now there is a lot of white space now that I look at it, so maybe not. Maybe I should just type it manually again. So I'm just gonna do this in order. Kindling, watering, planting, electricity, handiwork, gathering, lumbering, mining, medicine, cooling, transporting, farming. So now it should only activate on those. Like that. And then for this, we want to do the same thing. Instead of doing this, we want to do equals greater equals or less than equals, right? Those are the operations that we only care about. Oh, yeah, it should be fine. It should be fine. And now it also, finally, we want another operation for number. Actually, no, we don't need anything for number. Number can be whatever it wants to be. And now that we have that settled, I think we can just put this in here in our regular expression, and we should be good to go. Go back here, and I want to put this in here. Cool. I don't really like the look of how long the string is, but it's whatever. All right. Now we can do exec. Well, we want to do test first, right? We don't really care about tab. We're just going to exec. And we want to put in a test string. So mining, to 3. Okay, matches is equal to the console log that out. Let's see what it returns us. No, of course it does. It should be working. My guess it's the reason why this is doing this is because I'm not using raw string. So let's look up raw string. JavaScript. That's my only guess. String dot raw. In Python. I don't really like that syntax. But I don't have a choice, so we're gonna want to do that. Bro, this looks so ugly. What? Template. Do you not do this? No way this is how you're supposed to do this. I must be doing it wrong. Bro, why is that a thing? Okay, whatever, it works. So it's not a function really, but let's try that again. There we go, there we go. Look at that. Groups is undefined. Why is that? Because if I look here, we have group 1, group 3, group 5. We have match 1. Guess there isn't really any groups if we're just getting matches. This isn't a match actually at all. So if I put in another one of these, what happens? Put in kindling, how about that? I say kindling 4. Would that give me groups? It only matches the first one. That's so weird. Match. I guess there is a match all function if you use string dot match all. So I guess string must have a match function that allows you to do this. Let's do let input string test string equal to. Instead of doing that, let's do test string dot match regex and probably return something. What do you return here? Regular expression match array. I guess we want to do that. We want to do match all, right? What does not exist? Regular expression. That should match everything. What? Non-global regular expression argument. What does that mean? Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. What is this? What? There's no way this is illegal. Why is that illegal syntax? Is that how you do raw strings? You just do this? What? That's a flag with the G flag and a loop to obtain all matches. Let's just do this. Cause I don't know what this actually means. Cause you can do it like this. You can do it the other way too. All the global search. Okay, I think I get it now. Instead of doing this, right? Oh, I need to make it global. So how do you do that though? Flags. G? Is that how you do it? Oh, it did something. I need like an actual documentation on that. Let's use Bing AI to see if we can find out. How to add flag to the global flag. re.flags. Yeah, I think I figured it out. I think what you actually want, instead of doing this, right, you want to do this, right? And now it becomes a regular expression. Let me just do this. It's still not giving me the exact. Let's just get rid of this and just do regular match first to see if this is still valid. Okay, it's still valid. That's cool. But if I want to do G, right? Printed nothing. This is really confusing. Is my dude even using match all? Nah, he's not even using match all. Here's match all. I think it's better if I just do it the other way. Just get rid of this. Am I just doing this wrong the entire time? Because if you look at this works, right? But this does not work for. It's not returning anything. Is it all function? Did it work? Okay, so I guess because it's an iterator, it just became blank. But anyway, I was completely off track. To be completely honest. And what I actually just wanted to do was, I don't actually need all of that. I just needed this. Right? And then what we have to do is just parse this. We want the first group, third group, and then the fifth group. That's pretty much all we want. So what we want to do here is type if, oh, we need to first let pal query, work abilities, there you go. Abilities equal to rect dot query dot work suitability. And this could be an array, and this could also be a string. And we want to check whether it's an array or not, right? Abilities. We want to check if abilities. Okay, this is gonna be a little bit confusing here. Check. Hold up, I got interrupted. I gotta go. Sorry about that. Anyway, I'm gonna have to end the stream right now and be back then next time. So yeah.